Welcome to The Source, where we combine the headlines with in-depth conversations with the newsmakers themselves. Today on the program, the fate of the 2019 budget hangs in the balance.
Klaro naman yung provision ng Constitution. Upon the last reading of a bill, no amendment thereto shall be allowed.
Even after Congress leaders met with the President.
Politicians have time and again tried to insert things that were not necessarily part of the disagreeing provisions of both houses of Congress.
The Senate stands firm that save for clerical errors, there should be no amendment after ratification.
May mga congressman mismo na tumatawag sa amin na nakarating sa kanila yung nangyayari yun. Sila'y nabawasan, nadagdag sa kung saan.
But House leaders insist there is nothing wrong with itemizations.
Even before na mapirmahan ng Pangulo yan, pwede pa kayong mag-amend dyan kung anong gagawin nyo.
Also, should the death penalty be reimposed? And his sentiments on the country's withdrawal from the International Criminal Court. Senate President Tito Sotto joins us live. Thank you for joining us. I'm Pinky Webb. No one among Congress leaders is budging in order to break the deadlock in the approval of the 2019 budget. The Senate and the House of Representatives failed to come up with a consensus to resolve the issue on budget amendments after its ratification. This after senators revealed that congressmen realigned billions in the ratified budget. The lower house, on the other hand, says it will stand by its move to itemize some portions of the budget. Also, will the Senate heed calls to restore death penalty for heinous crimes? Let's go straight to the source of the story. We have Senate President Tito Sotto. Senate President, good to have you again. Thank you for your time,
Thank
sir.
you, Ma'am Pinky. Salamat. Thank you
Tito
very much.
Senator, the President was with you, some of the senators, some of the congressmen. I just want to get it straight from you. Ano ho ba talaga nangyari ng Tuesday night during the meeting?
Well, the President opened the meeting right after sitting down by saying that he wants this impasse resolved. And I am telling you now, he said, I will not sign, exact words nito, I will not sign anything unless Senate President Sotto signs it. So parang, ang feeling nga namin, may message na kaagad doon sa House na representatives na sinasabi niya, ayusin niyo yan. Parang ganon. Because ako naman, I will not sign if I will be complicit to the violation of the revised penal code and a violation of the Constitution. So it's to us, it's as simple as that.
I was thinking about that because that was the story yesterday that the President was saying, I will not sign anything that Senate President won't sign. But also, in hindsight, sir, he cannot sign anything that you won't sign because it becomes it doesn't become a legal document.
Yes, but there is a possibility. Yes, you're right. But there is a possibility that they will send it direct to the President and bypass the Senate.
But without the signature of the Senate President, is that even possible?
They can do that.
Become
It's not
a legal
possible. It's not possible, but they can do that.
Pero it's subject to interpretation also, sir, yung sinabi ng Pangulo. So, okay, so the President signed that. That was clear. Even Senator Ping Lacson said those were the words of the President. So, after that, ano nangyari, sir?
The House, the chairman of the Committee on Appropriations, Senator Congressman Andaya, started by saying that what they did was part of the itemization and all that, no? And he was saying something about the Senate also doing the same thing after ratification, which was corrected by Senator Legarda. Senator Legarda asked for the floor right away and explained what Congressman Daya was saying. And then after so many words, and I had to butt in already because there were misinterpretations being mentioned, Senator Lacson came up with a suggestion. Ang sabi niya kay Presidente, the best way, Mr. President, for us to resolve this is for the House to recall what they sent us today, that they sent during that day, and remove the realignments, the internal realignments that they did after the ratification. And then we will approve it, we will sign it, the Senate President will sign it, said, we'll give it to you. indeed there will be lump sum appropriations then, but it's up to the president on what to do with it, because as far as the president is concerned, if he does that, it will not be a violation of the Constitution, unlike if we did.
And then?
And
So
then,
you need,
yeah,
recall what was submitted
the
to you.
president said something to the effect that parang sasakitin yung ulo ko, ako ang ano niyan eh. Sabi namin, kung may mga manghihingi sa inyo, Mr. President, from the House, di manghingi sila, di pagbigyan ninyo yung dapat. And yung hindi, di veto nyo. Or wag nyo pagbigyan. And then, Executive Secretary Medaldia, who was in his right side, and on his left side was Secretary Sonny Dominguez. Both were nodding their heads and they agreed. As a matter of fact, when we talked to them personally, they said that would be the best option.
So
the House did not say anything.
Yeah, that's where I was going to go. What did they say to that?
I did not hear them say they are not in favor.
But did they say they were in favor?
I don't recall also.
Okay.
But then...
so were they quiet?
For that portion?
Yeah.
I think so. I don't recall anything that would go against the suggestion. Akala nga namin, okay na yan eh.
Okay, Senate President, dahil hindi po nagsalita ang House contingent, you understood it as pumayag sila. Tama
Well,
ba?
an acquiescence, we could say.
Acquiesced, yeah, okay. Parang hindi sila umangal, ang ibig sabihin nun sa pumayag sila.
Yun ang sense namin. So, we were surprised when the following day they were saying that it's not possible and they will stand pat with what they submitted already. Well, it's their own lookout. As far as we're concerned, we are expecting them to recall what they sent.
You're not going to move. Is that so? Let's get it very factually, sir. Hindi gagalaw ang Senado hanggang i-recall yung pinadala sa inyo at ibalik dun sa original?
Yes. Original na ni-ratify namin. Included na yung sinasabi nilang nag-itemize sila after ratification. All right. Since 1987, it's being done. Ina-itemize yung budget nila. Like for example, sinasabi nila, pakialaman daw namin yung amin. Yung in-itemize sa amin, yung in-itemize sa amin before ratification.
Yeah,
Even after ratification, in-itemize yung budget namin or yung budget na nilagay namin. Ang sinasabi namin, ginalaw ninyo yung hindi ninyo budget. Ginalaw nila yung budget ng DPWH at inilagay sa mga distrito.
So we need to talk about that, sir, because not all of us understand what happened in the budget because there are allegations by Senator Ping Lacson and then the congressmen are saying there's no such thing, itemization versus lump sum. Let's get into the nitty-gritty, sir. Sabi nila nag-itemize sila versus you saying what? Hindi lang sila nag-itemize but nag-reallocate sila. Is that correct, sir?
Nag-internal realignment sila.
Which is?
Which is hindi...
Which is wrong, which is illegal, you're saying?
Yeah, yes, it is illegal. Let's say there is let's say 100 pesos, and that is your money, and that is what you presented in the BICAM, and in the BICAM you ratified, and then you will itemize now. You will say 90 pesos, 10 pesos is for this, 10 pesos is for that.
That's fine.
That's fine. That's what has been done in all Congresses. Okay yan. Pero hindi eh. Ibang budget ang ginalaw mo.
Ibig sabihin,
yung realignment, hindi yung 100 pesos. Ang kinuha mo, yung 100 pesos ni Presidente. At inilagay mo sa mga distrito nyo. Nawala sa BICAM yan. Nawala sa ratification o sa usapan natin yan.
ito ho ba, Senator, yung Senate President, yung sabi ni Senator Ping, na yung pera sana na gagamitin, just to simplify it, sa pondo, sa build, yun yung kinuha nila.
Yes.
At nilagay sa mga distrito nila. And to be clear, nilagay sa mga distrito ng sino? Kakampi ni Speaker Gloria Macapagal Arroyo?
Oo, mga kakampi. Kaya yung ibang mga kakampi at hindi kakampi, hindi naman namin malalaman niya kung hindi nagreklamo eh. Nakarating sa amin, nagre-reklamo agad eh. Doon mo makikita yung sitwasyon. It's so easy to look at how the situation is really. In the Senate, all 23 senators are in sync. Wala kami problema as far as this issue is concerned. The House of Representatives, mahigit 60 ang nagre-reklamo. Aside from the fact na na yung nagkaroon ng disparity sila doon sa kanilang Hospital Facilities Enhancement Program. Yung iba binigyan ng 8 million, yung iba binigyan ng 25
25.
million, yung mga ganon.
So iba pa to. Iba pa tong sinasabi niyong
Iba pa
kinuhang
yun.
pondo para sa... Okay.
Iba ba yun?
Can we,
yung part ng mga itemization nila yun, umaangal na lang yung mga congressman.
So how much are we talking about? Are we talking about 96 billion, sir?
Ang pagkakaalam namin na total na nagalaw is 96 billion.
96 billion. Is this 96 billion, again, just for clarification, sir, yung kinuha sa pondo sana para sa build bid at nilagay sa distrito?
72 ang pagkakaalam namin. Doon sa 96, I think there were other movements. I'm not familiar with that. It was Senator Lacson who was more or less in the know of where the rest, how it happened and where it
So 72 billion for sure ang sinabing ginalaw sa pondo sana ng Pangulo, tama ho ba? Para sa build project na napunta sa mga kaalyado ni Speaker Gloria Macapagal
napunta sa
Arroyo.
mga distrito ng mga kaalyado.
Do you know, sir, if the 72 billion also forms part of the health enhancement program? Yung sinasabi po ni Senator Ping.
Iba pa yun.
Iba pa yun. That's
Iba pa yun.
different.
Iba pa yun.
There is an overpriced, mandato daw sila bumili ng overpriced ambulansya na 2.5 million?
Something to that effect. Pero iba pa yun. Kasi yung sinasabi ng realign, kung ito, para lang malinaw sa kanila, I'm sure they're monitoring you. Kung ito, ginawa nila before ratification or before BICAM at inapprove namin sa BICAM,
No
ano
problem.
magagawa namin? Yun ang pipilit nila. Hindi magkakasundo sa BICAM nila. Hindi. Ginawa nila after na-ratify na namin. After may napagkasundoan na kami ng gagalawin.
So,
yun ang issue namin. Ngayon, bakit napakatagal na panahon? Look, trace back, dapat yan, July, pag-submit ng presidente sa kanila ng budget, sa amin usually before October, before the Halloween break na tinatawag or first week of October, nasa amin na yan eh. Tapos na yan. Para kami, by December, okay na rin yan. Nate-trash out lahat yan. Hindi. November 20, nung ipadala sa amin. December 4, nung i-sponsorship sa amin sa floor eh. So, imposible during the Christmas break, mapasa namin yan. I-scrutinize namin siyempre yan. Pagdating ng January 21, we approved it. In February 8, mabilis na nga yung ginawa namin eh. In February 8, we were already able to ratify the BICAM report. They ratified February 11. Imagine, from July to February 11, July of 2018 to February 11 of 2019.
7 months.
Tapos may gagalawin ka thereafter.
Here's my question, sir. If they touched, realigned, gamitin na natin po yung salitang realigned, did they not think na makikita po ng mga senador yan? Kasi nakita din po, according to you, from the articles I've read, nakita nung inyong research sa Senado. It's called the Senate.
That was originally, the ones who called our attention were the officers of the Legislative Budget Research Monitoring Office, the
LBRMO. They
that has
flagged you.
been there for more than 40 years.
So my question is, before we go on a break, sir, how can congressman just realign knowing that masisilip po ninyo ito?
Baka akala hindi namin masisilip. Or baka the explanation that they're saying now is that they are itemizing.
And you're saying it's
Walang
not.
problema sa amin, itemization lang ng budget nyo. Pero budget ng presidente yun, ginalaw eh.
All right, we'll be taking a short break. This is The Source on CNN Philippines. Still to come, we're still going to talk about the budget, try to understand it better, and hashtag yes to death penalty trending online after the killing of a 16-year-old girl in Cebu. Is it about time to restore death penalty for heinous crimes? Senate President Tito Sotto will still be with us after the break. You're watching The Source on CNN Philippines. Our guest today is Senate President Tito Sotto. So anyway, sir, they're saying, the congressmen are saying, kayo din naman, ginalaw nyo din ang budget. True or false?
Ginalaw namin when it was time for us to scrutinize it, to amend it, to propose amendments. For example, doon sa DPWH, merong 75 billion na hindi alam ng sekretary ng DPWH kung paano napunta ron. Sa DILG, may 27 billion na hindi alam ng Secretary of DILG na nando doon. But ano gagawin namin? we turn a blind eye. No, we amended. We realigned that. What we realigned during the time that we can realign.
Before
All right?
ratification.
Before ratification. My point is, after ratification, I will certify to the correctness and the accuracy of the budget. How can I do that when they changed it?
I understand where you're coming from, sir. So
Kaya nga,
here's the question. Again, just to be clear, ang sabi nila, nag-itemize lang naman kami, to which you're saying no, nag-realign kayo. Correct, sir?
Yung nag-itemize sila nung kanilang mga pondo na nilalagay.
Sir, what's the motive behind it? Ano motibo?
I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine.
Can I guess?
I'd rather not. Yes, you guess.
Well, some people are saying because it's a campaign season, is it?
Oh, yes. No, that's part of it, I'm sure. It's a factor. It's a major factor.
Yun ang ano.
Siguro. Oh.
Okay, and then, ano hong posibleng mangyari? Senator Ping Lacson is saying, pwede ho ba itong mag-reenacted budget till August, sir?
Yes. As a matter of fact, if that is what's going to happen, the Secretary of Finance already presented to us the effect on the economic growth if it's passed in August. And also if it is passed in December, or not passed at all, I'm sorry. If it is
reenacted budget the whole year.
The entire year. Meron ding percentage na sinabi siya already. Now, it's up to the House. It's in their hands. No, it's not in our hands because we will resume in May 20. We have only 3 weeks after that, and after that, most of them, if not most of the officers, if not all of the officers, will end their terms. There will be a new Congress that we will be talking to, a new speaker, and new officers in July.
Can you answer this straight, sir? Is it hard to speak to the speaker? Is it hard to speak to Congressman Andaya? Is it hard to speak to Congressman Castro? Ganun ho ba yun? Is that what you're saying? Mahirap po ba silang kausap?
Hindi naman. Wala naman akong sinasabing mahirap silang kausap. Ang sinasabi ko is hindi kami nagkikita eye to eye. Hindi kami nagtutugma eye to eye. At yung sinasabi nila sa amin ay hindi namin matanggap.
Well, I asked that, sir, because my understanding is sa susunod na Congress, tapos na po ang term ni Speaker, tapos na rin po ang term ni Congressman Andaya. Kaya po tayo napunta doon dahil there will be a new set of leaders. Are you hoping that you will see eye to eye or they might be easier to speak to? Ganun ho ba yun?
Well, most probably because bagong upo sila, siyempre magiging very courteous, cordial, and perhaps mas magkakaroon ng impluensya ang Pangulo sa leadership na yan.
Okay, sir, I just need to bring this in because meron ho lumalabas na angulo na personal vendetta daw ito ni Senator Ping Lacson kay Speaker Gloria Macapagal Arroyo dahil kung meron daw pong, let's put up the portion of the statement of Congressman Pichay. Dahil sinasabi naman po that the SGMA may be held liable kasi may signature na po ni SGMA for falsification for signing the 2019 budget is an act of desperation arising from his deep-rooted anger toward SGMA, sir.
No, I don't think so. Not at all. As a matter of fact, nasasabi na lang yun because that is the consequence. Pero ang talagang problema, hindi naman namin problema si Speaker eh. Ang problema namin, yung mga nakapaligid sa kanya.
Sino?
Yung mga may hawak ng budget.
Which is Congressman Andaya, sir?
Probably, and the members of the Committee on Appropriations that are doing this. Because consequence yung kay Speaker GMA, because yun din ang mangyayari sa akin.
Which I wanted to go to. If you sign that...
If I sign that, I will be violating the Revised Penal Code Section 170, which is falsification of legislative documents punishable by a penalty of prison correctional to its maximum term.
Naku.
Ay, ayoko naman nun.
Sir?
And it's not mentioning the fact that it's unconstitutional.
Well, the other opinion, sir, is if you sign it and SGMA signs it, pwede naman daw ho itong questionin sa Supreme Court. Maaari ho bang humantong pa doon at
paano
ba yun?
Aabot doon kung susugalan ko yung sarili ko na baka mademanda ko. Na, hindi ko matatanggap, pipirmahan ko yun na alam kong may mali. Hindi pwede.
So talagang the only records...
Hindi namin pinasa yun eh. That is not what we ratified. How can I agree to something that we did not do.
Okay, sir. So understandable. Moving forward, paano ho kaya? Hintay muna kayo sa House?
Pinakamaganda yung usapan kahapon. Yesterday, there was a new development.
Okay.
Senator Ping Lacson had a talk with Congressman Ronnie Zamora. All right? They had a long talk, and the suggestion was that, again, get back the, recall the submitted GAB to us, and from there we could probably amend or let the president veto that portion. Then we can convene kahit one day for a special session and pass a joint resolution approving a supplemental budget for that particular ilang percent na yun, o 3% na portion ng budget.
Which you're talking about the 96 billion? Yun
Hindi,
ho ba yun?
I think it's more
Even
than
more.
that.
3% of the total,
Even more.
3.757
Yun lang yung
budget.
alam namin, na nakita namin.
All right, we need to talk about other issues, but we'll be taking another short break. We'll be right back. You're watching The Source on CNN Philippines, sir. So just to end this topic, ano ho ang pwedeng mangyari? Pwede ho kayong magkaroon ng special session when, if ever?
Right after the president signs it. Kung magkakasundo nga, alisin nga yung sinasabi. Pipirmahan ko, papadala namin sa presidente. Ang gagawin ng presidente, ito, lamsam ito, bito ko. Yung binito niya, hindi naman mawawala yun.
Yeah.
It will remain there. And therefore, we can convene into a special session and address that particular portion of the budget.
Yun yung supplemental budget na tinatawag ninyo.
Yes, pwedeng magpasa kami
When
ng
can this
supplemental
happen,
budget.
sir?
Well, as soon as possible. As
Sana.
soon as the president signs it or vetoes any portion of the budget.
Okay.
They can do that. And then, nakaupo pa sila hanggang June 30. Wala ba yung ko, dapat tanggapin na nila yung suggestion namin. Sapagkat after June 30, iba ng tao kausap namin.
Yeah. Would you rather talk to other people?
Para kang mana ka sa kay Freddy.
Anyway, sir, let's talk about the water problem. Sir, please tell us, evaluate this for us. How do you see it as a water problem, water shortage, water crisis? Ano ho ba?
Well, I filed a resolution yesterday. And as a matter of fact, I called Senator Grace Poe, who's chairman of the Committee on Public Services, because that is the committee that should handle it. We want to know what's wrong. What went wrong? What's going on? And how did this happen? And how it should not ever happen again. And then, siyempre, mayroon din akong natagal. Bagong senador pa lang ako, kasabay ko si Freddy Webb. Sinasabi na namin nung araw, mag-desalination plant na tayo. Bakit ang Saudi Arabia, ang mga Middle East countries,
Yes, that's true.
ang lakas ng tubig, napakaraming tubig. Tayo, napaliligiran ng tubig. Ginawa nila, nag-desalination sila. Mag-desalinate tayo dito kahit na mahal. Ang sinasagot kasi nung araw, mahal kasi. Mahal, mas marami tayong pinagkagastusan na kung ano-ano kabulastugan.
But sir, if you're talking about a resolution that Senator Grace said, I think the investigation is going to be on Tuesday. Sir, paano ngayon?
Tuesday.
I mean, see, you know, sometimes what can be done now? What should government do now? What can senators do now prior to the hearing on Tuesday?
Ang totoo niyan, yung executive department na talagang dapat sumipa dito ng gusto. But kami tumutulong lang para ma-resolve ito at wag na maulit. That's what we can do at present. As far as the present situation is concerned, I think the executive department has more chances of trying to resolve it.
But sir, who?
Do
Sino
something
ba?
about it.
DA, MWSS, na...
Kung ano-anong departamento ang involved dito eh.
Dami nga daw, sir, about 30.
Maraming involved dito. Pati DOH nga nagiging involved eh.
But how serious of a concern is this for you?
It's very serious. Mawala na ng kuryente buong Pilipinas, which we feel na napakahirap, di ba? Ginug-uusapan na nga yung mga kung ano-anong power plants, pati yung Bataan Nuclear Power Plant, gustong buksan. Pero water, that's the worst.
Okay. Sir,
Most important is water. Water is life.
yeah. Sir, last topic lang, yung 16-year-old po na pinatay, who was skinned, ang dami pa hong lumalabas na meron pa po atang ginawa doon sa 16-year-old. Nag-trending po ang yes to death penalty a couple of days ago, maybe 2 days ago. Ano ho ba kaya ang chances ito? I know you are for death penalty, but for heinous, for drug-related crimes
Yes,
lang.
I already filed that, and I was the original author of the reimposition of the death penalty during the 9th and the 10th Congress. This time, I was really concentrating on the high-level drug trafficking. But with witnessing heinous crimes like this, talagang, alam mo, galit yung mga kababayan natin eh. Majority of our people want the death penalty back for heinous crimes. And now, it's Senator Pacquiao and I who were sponsoring it in the Senate. Hindi ako makabilang ng 13 sa ngayon na in favor. I'm not sure about the others. Pero the way things are happening, marami nang pumapayag sa mga kasama namin. But then again, you know, we have 3 weeks to go. When we resume in May, may tsamba, pwede makalusot. But if not, then during the elections, the electorate, you know, I suggest that you vote for senators who are in, because the House passed it already.
Yeah, they did,
Yeah,
sir.
they passed it already.
Nahihirapan
sa
sa Senado.
Senate ang natatagalan. Sana iboto nila yung kung gusto, if they're in favor of the death penalty, vote for senators who are in favor of the death penalty.
Would you include
If you're not in favor of the death penalty, then vote senators
Who are not in favor.
candidates who are not in favor.
But are you in favor now of including yung ganito po yung nangyari doon sa 16?
Heinous crime, rape and murder dapat.
Okay. Kasi dati high-level drug trafficking.
High-level drug
talaga.
trafficking lang ako dati. Pero ito, rape and murder, dapat talaga isama. This is, it's not kailangan gamitin natin all the time. Hindi naman ganun eh. There are safeguards. And then, this will be a defense mechanism of the government. Dapat nakaamba tayo na meron kaming death penalty. Look, around Southeast Asia, around Asia, tayo lang ang wala death penalty. Ang Indonesia, di sila nagpo-produce ng droga doon. Dito ginagawa sa atin. Kasi sa kanila may death penalty. Singapore, Malaysia, China, lahat may death penalty. Tayo
Kaya
wala.
nga daw dito napupunta,
Nagsisiksikan yung mga criminal na mga drug syndicates dito sa atin.
Senate President Tito Sotto, we've run out of time. Sir, good to see you. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. And I hope this water crisis will be addressed as soon as possible. Sir.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining us here on The Source. I'm Pinky Webb. You're watching CNN Philippines. Sir, thank you.
Thank you.